You have my bow.
All right, okay.
There's a jumping point. Um, so this film stars one hell of a cast. We have the award-winning Ian McKellen playing Gandalf, the ever awesome Christopher Lee, God rest his soul, playing Saruman, Hugo Weaving, who coincidentally was actually shooting The Matrix while shooting the original three films. So he was Agent Smith and Lord Elrond at the same time.
Nice.
Elijah Wood playing Frodo. Sean
Oh,
Astin.
so that's who Frodo is. Okay.
Oh, you never have known that. Sean
No, I did
Astin.
it.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm dead serious. I never knew that.
Oh, well, there you go. Sean, Sean
Oh dear.
Astin playing Frodo's best friend Sam, and Dominic Monaghan,
Yep.
something like that. Him playing Mary, who went on to find phenomenal success in the TV show Lost, and Billy Boyd playing Pippin. Then you had the ever wonderful Sean Bean playing Boromir, and yes, he does die at the end of this film.
I thought it's
He
in the
died in a lot of
beginning
films,
of the
didn't he?
next one.
No, he
He-
dies at the end
no,
of
he-
the first one.
No, he dies at the end of Fellowship. By the
Yeah,
beginning of Two Towers,
well-
he's dead.
He dies in everything he plays.
Dies in everything he plays, yeah.
Believe it or not, guys, there's a few roles out there in the land of film and TV that Sean Bean has played where he doesn't die. No, it's hard to believe.
That's lies.
It's true.
I call shenanigans. Whatever he plays, he dies.
He was in The Vicar of Dibley in a dream sequence that she has,
Oh, yes.
and he doesn't die in that. She doesn't run him through with a blade or anything. So he lives through that.
Okay. Fair enough, fair enough.
Legolas, played by the ever wonderful Orlando Bloom. Liv Tyler, playing Lord Elrond's daughter, Arwen. Viggo Mortensen, playing Aragorn. And is it Kate? It's not Kate Beckinsale.
Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett playing Galadriel. And Whisper, you're going to have to pronounce the last guy's name, the one that plays Gimli, because I can't.
Gimli?
Gimli.
Nope.
I think it's John.
It's John Rhys Davies.
Playing Gimli.
John Rhys Davies, yeah.
Which is a little bit of interesting trivia for us. John is actually the tallest member of the Fellowship.
Yeah.
And he plays a dwarf.
And his stunt double plays a dwarf.
Mm.
Yeah.
Which is actually pretty funny. So this is like I say, it's one of my favorite kind of movies to sit and watch when I have the time. But what are your guys' thoughts and opinions on it? Like, what part of the movies really stand out for you?
For me, it's where the entire fellowship comes together. And they say, you have my bow. Or Legolas says, you have my bow. And the dwarf says, you have my axe.
And my axe.
Yeah, something like that. And then the two warriors says, yeah, you have my sword. Or our swords, basically. For me, that's where everything became one.
It's at that point in Rivendell, I think, that a lot of Lord of the Rings fans really say to you, yeah, that is when the Fellowship is truly formed. You get glimpses of it when we're dealing with the hobbits beforehand.
See, I personally prefer the bit where Frodo and Sam, Pippin and Merry were running through the woods and the Urukai were chasing them. Now I can't remember if this is in whichever one it is.
Urukai.
Urukai are they are
Is that
in
the other
the first.
Yeah, it's
movie,
at the end of the
but
first
it's
movie on
towards
the
the
banks of
end.
the
So,
Anduin.
right, the one where they're Pippin and Sam. Well, no, Pippin and Merry look at Frodo, and they sort of like say, "Come over here, come over," and Frodo's like looking at them like, "No," doesn't say anything, just like gives that look,
Yeah.
and then the other two just know like he's gonna go on his own. It's like, I think that was a great moment.
I'm gonna pick a different moment for me. Like the part that really stands out for me in this movie, and it's a bit of a double bit emotional wise, is just as they get out of Moria. So we've just lost Gandalf,
Hmm.
and
shall not pass
yes, you shall not pass.
without paying the toll.
Exactly. So
And the Balrog just slowly gets out his purse. Yeah.
I'll carry the 1, the 2, the 3. Do you got a change of a 50? Gandalf,
Yeah.
no 50s.
Oh dear. Yep.
Oh my god, this is like a podcast. So yeah, we've just lost Gandalf, and Aragorn's being this kind of cool ass leader, and he's like, Boromir, get them up and get them moving. Gimli's wanting to go back in, and I think it's Legolas or Boromir that's kind of holding him back. And all the hobbits are kind of off crying, and it does this really amazing shot where Legolas actually gets Sam up onto his feet, and then it cuts to Aragorn, and Aragorn's calling for Frodo, and Frodo just turns to him, and you see this profound look of sadness on Elijah Wood's face, and it's like, yay, because I'm also crying like a baby right now.
Yeah, but he's also already walking away, isn't he? He's getting on with the journey, knowing he has to do it.
Well, Aragorn is, but Frodo
No, Frodo was as well, wasn't he? He was already physically walking when Aragorn called him, and then he turned around.
No, Frodo was walking away because he wanted to be alone. He was grieving.
No, he was. That's the way they went on the journey.
No.
Yeah.
Aragorn led them to shit.
Aragorn was trying to get them all ready, yeah, but Frodo was already physically moving. He knew he had to continue.
Really?
I think at that decision, Frodo decided that he would complete the journey on his own and won't put any more of his friends at risk.
But, well, anyway, the point that I was making was that profound look on his face. That's one of my favourite parts in it. Obviously, the shall not pass is awesome.
But yeah, seeing the Balrog actually,
I like the whole. That was amazing looking.
That was amazing. Yeah, seeing the Balrog for the first time, because everybody was like, "Oh, okay, we get to see the Balrog. We get to see the Balrog." Oh, okay, elves, yeah, seen them before.
Dwarves, yeah, seen them before.
Seen them before. We don't want to get
dwarfs even better.
hobbits. We know what they're going to look like. Yeah. Dwarves. Oh, we've seen dozens of dwarves. We've seen Snow White and all the rest of it. Come on, let's see the Balrog. That's what everybody was waiting for.
But yeah, seeing the Balrog was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Peter Jackson really knew what he was doing there.
Yes. Yeah.
And I want to add something while we're crediting Peter Jackson for the Balrog. We might as well credit him for shooting on location in New Zealand. What a freaking smart move that was.
He's from there, though, isn't he?
Yeah. But still,
Yeah.
what?
Open his door and
it
go
made
to the
sense.
set.
You're filming in your own backyard.
Well,
Yeah.
I still think it was a great idea to do that because, before then, not an awful lot had been filmed in New Zealand, with the exception of the TV shows Home and Away, Neighbours, Hercules, Xena, Young Hercules. So we were.
Neighbours is from Australia, not New
Yeah,
Zealand.
Neighbours is from Australia and Home and Away is from Australia.
Yeah, okay. Got me there.
He meant Emmerdale. Oh,
Yeah,
Oh, God.
joking. That ain't from there.
Exactly.
Was it EastEnders?
Yeah, EastEnders is totally filmed in New Zealand.
Yeah, that was it.
It's not filmed in London. That's just an illusion. So credit where credit's due. The locations in New Zealand that they picked, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, the scenery is really good.
Yeah. Always love seeing great cinematography in movies.
Yeah.
Because, like, again, it kind of goes along the lines of what Westwell was saying there about the Balrog. I mean, we've seen skyscrapers, we've seen
Yeah.
decent countryside, We wanted an epic adventure, and this is what this New Zealand Hobbit guy gave us. He gave us an epic adventure, and to do that, he gave us an epic location. And New Zealand has profited big time since then. Like, a lot of people go over to New Zealand for holidays.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's very popular now.
the funniest thing, before they, started filming The Hobbit, because they did this in reverse, they built Hobbiton obviously on this farmer's land, and then it got all kind of half deconstructed.
Yeah, got bulldozed. Yeah.
Almost all of it got deconstructed. Some of it was kept. My cousin was lucky enough, before the Hobbit really sanctioned and filming had started, kind of thing, like when they were in post pre-development or pre-production. My cousin was very lucky enough to get his picture taken outside of Bilbo Baggins's house when he was over there in New Zealand, and I was like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a permanent structure now. It's all been recreated.
And
Yeah, they left
the
it.
funny thing, and I do remember mentioning this on a podcast somewhere, it's currently inhabited by sheep.
Yeah.
Sheep running about in
It's
Hobbiton.
New Zealand, isn't it? New Zealand land.
Sheep central.
Yeah.
What was your most favourite part of the battle scene in it, though?
Which battle scene?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Which was your
which
most favourite?
battle?
Yeah, which one? Like any of the battles he had, from either from meeting the wraiths or just any of them. Just which was your preferred one in that film? Because I did like it when they first encountered the wraiths. And it wasn't so much of a battle. But
the race through Moria.
Yeah, that was good.
The race from Moria, when Legolas does a bullet shot on an orc.
That's pretty cool.
Where you see the arrow, it's literally the camera on the end of the arrow and just flies all the way across the chasm and hits the orc.
Yeah.
Right between the eyes. For me, I have to go with the classic. I like the fight between Saruman and Gandalf.
Yes. It was very. For me, it was very. It was very typical Middle Earth. When I kept on saying Middle Earth magic is not very glamorous.
No,
it's
not very
It's not very visual. Yeah, it's not very visual. But you know what's happening.
Yeah. I think that's what added to that scene for me was the sound effects, like the whoosh, 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 kind of sound effects.
Yeah, all the way through the Lord of the Rings, all the way through it, there was no force lightning or anything like that. There was no massive fireballs and electric shocks and stuff like that. There's none of that.
Well, no doors.
It was more natural.
Yeah, it was all pretty natural. So I'm really pleased they actually stuck to that, especially in that battle, because people have tried to do it before and put in lots of flares and special effects. I mean, can you imagine J.J. Abrams or something like that doing that fight scene?
It's too bright.
Do you know what I like? I've been playing Lord of the Rings: The War of the North lately, and there is a character that is an elf, and she's your classic mage. And so far from what I've seen of her magical abilities, it's all kind of almost all light based, which is very, very reminiscent of the film, because when you see Gandalf using a lot of his magic, it's either a ball of light as a shield or a ball of light on the end of a staff lighting the way.
Yeah.
And that kind of magic, like BBS is saying, it's all very natural.
Yeah, it's very.
It's so much different from what we get presented with and saying this is magic.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, anybody's going to go and see World of Warcraft this summer.
Yeah.
The magic
Yeah,
in
I'm
that.
going, definitely.
I'm expecting the magic in that to be. I mean, I'm sure it'll look absolutely amazing, but it's going to be completely superficial.
Yeah. I hope they do like a good mix in that film, like have a little bit of natural magic and a little bit of.
I think it'll be just glamorous flares and bright special effects.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
But yeah, I'm glad that battle was kept toned down, where it was all like non-visual magic effects.
Like the force power almost. Whoa. Just see the bodies get moved.
No, my
and
favorite
thrown
battle,
side to side.
battle, and all I've got to say is they've got a cave troll.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. I
With
did
Sam
like that.
running around with a frying pan.
Yeah.
That battle was brilliant when the hobbits decided to just try and take on a cave troll. That was
Not the smartest move, but if I recall correctly, they did win the battle.
they did, yes,
Yeah.
they did win. But I like that one, yeah.
Huh?
The cave troll battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
I like
It's
that.
one of my favorite ones.
They've got a cave troll. He didn't have to turn around and say they've also got a balrog. But no, he didn't.
No,
Say
at
that,
that
but-
point.
I don't think they had it, did they? It
Yeah.
was just there in the presence.
I was,
When it appeared, they all buggered off, didn't they? Everyone.
Well, yeah, they weren't going to stick around. They weren't.
No.
I mean, to be fair, would you want to stick around seeing something that's basically living fire?
Yeah, the
Don't know.
demigod.
Around and
Yeah.
To actually
step on
see it.
you. What?
Just to actually see it, maybe. I could have hid behind one of those million pillars.
They probably, like, I think it was goblins and the Mines of Moria, wasn't it?
Orcs and Moria.
Orcs.
Orcs
Was it?
and Moria.
Oh, yeah.
It was Orcs
Wait a
and Moria.
minute, doesn't like Legolas find an arrow at one point and he says goblins?
In the Two
No.
Towers.
It's in the two. I thought he said he said it in the Fellowship in the Mines of Moria.
Did he? I don't remember that bit. I remember a bit where he comes along and he finds a pile of burning body orcs or something like that, and
Yeah, but isn't that when they were trying to find the two hobbits?
trying to find the two hobbits, yes, and they
Yeah,
said they've
yeah.
gone into
That was a pile of orcs and Uruk-hai,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Not orcs and Uruk-hai. There is a point when Legolas says goblins at one point, and I'm more than certain it's in the
okay,
Fellowship.
maybe, but yeah, the creatures that live in Moria usually referred to as the orcs. Yeah,
Well,
orcs of Moria.
orcs don't really have that much of a high level of intelligence, do they?
Orcs do. They're not
Orcs-
stupid.
They're not stupid. They're not idiots. They're not suicidal. If you know what I mean.
These ones were like
Yeah.
these ones in Moria were screeching.
Yeah.
The
They were their
only-
like one-track mind, though, aren't they?
Yeah.
the-
Bloodlust, like sort of thing.
The
It was
only
fight,
thing that
kill.
kinda makes me think that they would have beat it as soon as they heard the Balrog was fear of something bigger, and that's more of a primal thing. Which
Oh, it was
is
definitely fear.
leading me to think
Hmm.
it's leading me to think that these things weren't orcs, they were goblins.
I do remember some of them climbing down pillars and climbing up the pillars.
Hmm.
Wasn't that in there?
Yeah, that was definitely in there. They
Yeah.
were climbing
So
all
that
over
would
Prince
be
Moria.
goblins, wouldn't it? They climbed up like that. I
Possibly.
remember.
Whisper?
Hmm?
Whisper? Orcs?
What?
Goblins? Climbing?
But they both can climb. Both capable climb, and the Uruk-hai doesn't climb.
No.
No, the Uruk-hai doesn't
They fall with style.
climb. Yeah, the Uruk-hai or there's Uruk-hai and there's another type. There's two types, but yeah, the Uruk-hai they don't climb. But yes, I know what you mean. Orcs, lesser orcs are usually referred to as goblins. They're quite capable climbers.
Well, that's that, I guess. What other fights did we have there? Like the ones with the ring wraiths
When Aragorn was
on Weathertop.
I was
In
on
the-
Weathertop, Imansul.
what was that little towery thing called? The where the hobbits were having like
Weathertop.
food.
That was Weathertop.
That was Weathertop,
Aemon
was it?
Sewer. That's actually the same place. I know not a lot of people know this, but that is the same place as you saw at the beginning of the film where Isildur cut the ring from Sauron's hand.
Yeah, it looked familiar.
It's exactly the same place, the Battle of Aemon Sewer, which is Weathertop. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Yes. No, I know.
Same here.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. Exactly the same place. They stayed at that fortress. Yeah.
So a big shout out to the guys in inside the actual ring race, because if you ever watch the behind the scenes stuff, you know that those guys are wearing armor and then cloth over the top of that.
Mm-hmm.
Now cloth by no means is light, especially when it's going over armor. So those guys, hats off to you. You know who you are. Well done.
Yep.
And you replaced the clowns and spiders and all that crap and children's nightmares for years to come.
I thought they did pretty good.
I always thought they were very similar to the what are those Harry Potter things?
The
Dormentors.
That was it. Yeah, I always thought they were very similar to them. I remember first ever seeing both of them. I thought they're the same, aren't they?
Very similar.
One's flying.
God no.
Very similar.
To be fair to I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan, as I've kind of told my grandfather multiple times on multiple occasions.
There's a gap in your education.
I think that J.K. Rowling took inspiration there from Tolkien, because when you read about it in the books, the ring race are very intimidating.
Yeah, they are. They do have a thrall kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
The one thing that disappointed me with the ring race is their horses.
In what way?
I seem to recall in the books that the horses are supposed to be like snorting fire and stuff like that, and have like like red flaming eyes.
Don't they do that? But I think when Frodo put the ring on, didn't he see the horse like that sort of?
Yeah.
So was that not indicated? It was only in the.
It might have been on the astral plane. It might have been on that particular plane. But yeah, the horses themselves.
I thought the horses were going to be like really scary, mean-looking things, but like you see them, they're just horses.
They do actually have red eyes, but it's not like fiery.
It's not without fire eyes. Yeah, you know, like the Eye of Sauron.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be in that kind of like that flame in their eyes. And they I think they're referred to as nightmares, but Mares, nightmares, like female horse. Yeah,
and the horses poop.
Yeah, they ditch those. They obviously at the river.
There's only so much that you can. Really
there's only so much they can do. Yes, but
think about it. You have to budget for Gollum.
Gollum, yeah.
And they really revolutionized Gollum. Like Gollum's won awards for best CGI character in a movie trilogy.
Yes.
Multiple times, and hats off to Andy Serkis.
There's one bit where they never showed how Gollum escaped. Minus Morgul. At the beginning of the film, you hear him scream out the word Baggins when he's on the rack.
Shire.
Yeah.
Shire.
Oh, the Shire. The Shire. Baggins, the Shire. Yeah, he shouts out Baggins and Shire. But he doesn't explain how he got out of that place. Doesn't tell you how he escaped.
Well, doesn't Gandalf a little bit later on? Doesn't he say they just let him go?
He did actually. He said,
yeah, he did.
Which film? But I think when they discovered who was following them, he was like, "Yeah, he's been blah blah blah," and then they discussed when it was and.
Yeah, I can't see them just letting him go.
Wasn't it they let him go to follow him?
Yeah, possibly. But no, I thought they might have put in a little bit about that. Like, how did he get from Minus Morgul over to?
All the way till there.
Gandalf does actually say to Frodo while they're in Moria, and Frodo says there's something following us, and he says it's Gollum. And he says
Yeah.
he's drawn to the ring.
Yes.
So no matter where Frodo was at that point in time, Gollum
Mhm.
would have been not that far behind him because of the ring. As long as Frodo had the ring, Gollum was going to be behind him, waiting for the point when he can take it from him.
Yeah. The other bit was the miss out of the Misty Mountains.
There's a character that they've missed out though beforehand, before we even got to Rivendell.
Oh yeah, they missed out
Two.
Tom. Yeah, Tom and
Tom and his wife and
yes,
Old Man.
the River Daughter. What do you call her? Goldberry.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Tom? Who's Tom? Wasn't
Tom Bombadil.
Tom
Tom
Bombadil is
and
a character.
Goldberry.
Tom Bombadil's a character that the hobbits are supposed to meet before they even get to Bree.
Yes.
And the reason they meet him is because they get in trouble with this magical tree called Old Man Willow that tries to kill them.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom saves them at the last minute, and they go to Tom and Mary. Is it Meriwether? Tom's wife, the River Daughter.
Goldberry.
Sorry, Goldberry. They go to their house and they take them in and they feed them and then send them on their merry way.
Yeah, that bit was cut. It's in the book, but it was cut.
It's a great part in the book. It's one of my favourite parts in the book because Tom Bombadil's way of fighting is really interesting. To stop Old Man Willow from devouring all the hobbits, he sings to it and it puts him to sleep.
He is a Maya though, isn't he? He's one of the lesser gods.
He's actually supposedly to I learned something recently. He's supposed to be the ultimate embodiment of good to combat Shelob's mother, Ungoliant.
Ungoliant. Oh, okay, yeah.
She's supposed to be like this primal force of evil.
Yes, she is.
He's supposed to be the polar opposite and be the primal force of good.
Yes.
So there you go, a little bit of trivia for you guys.
Yeah, that bit was cut out. I can understand why it was cut out of the film. It didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't need it at all.
But I still kind of miss it, and I remember a lot of fans at the time being kind of angry about it and saying they cut Tom Bombadil. How could they? You know. But it's like, dude, the film's here. Don't question it. It's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bree was an interesting part in the storyline when we finally meet
That was
Stripe.
had the cameo of Peter Jackson in Bree, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He
played the drunk. Yeah.
Oh, he's the drunk? I thought he was like some hobbit eating a carrot.
No, he played the drunk. He played the drunk in the rain. Yes.
There you go.
Yes, when they go through the opening of the gate of Bree, because Bree's a walled town, and they knock on the main door, and the guy opens up and says, "Are you hobbits?" And he says, "We're looking for whatever." And they open the door. As soon as they go in, you see them walking down an old Victorian, like an old Saxon, medieval kind of street.
Cobblestone.
Yeah, well, kind of stuff. But it's nighttime and it's raining, and you see a person with black beard and black hair holding a jug. Looks very drunk. That's Peter Jackson. He walks in front of the hobbits.
Right.
Yes.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
I wonder if he appears in the other two movies as well.
I don't think he admitted to appearing in any other. He hasn't admitted to being in the other movies, but that's not to say that he hasn't been in the other movies. Yeah.
There's something to do when you watch the other movies.
Yeah,
yes. Not just the Lord of the Rings ones, but also the Hobbit ones as well. He hasn't admitted to being in them, but that's not to say he hasn't, because they have seen him in orc costume and in like that kind of thing in Get Up. So he might have been in it, we just didn't see him.
So,
I do like costumes.
One thing I want to talk about is the one thing that Peter Jackson did for the movie, which I thought was really, really cool, he gave female characters more to do.
Yes.
Now, this might not seem like a big thing in this day and age, and it really isn't. But when Tolkien wrote The Lord of the Rings, women weren't as vocal as they are nowadays. And it was really cool to see him replace certain other characters with female ones in their stead. Like, for instance, when Arwen comes to save Frodo at Weathertop, she's not actually the one in the book that saves him. It's resident Lord of the Rings expert. Help.
What? It's not. Is it Glorfindel? No, it's not Glorfindel. It's what a bit people buzzing.
This is where we need Zeddy, because we were talking about this a while
Zeddy
back.
knows about this kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
I need to double check it, because it changes depending on what...
We had a big discussion about this name.
What you read. I'm going to say Glorfindel, but I don't think it's Glorfindel. It's Gold something or other.
It's the guy that's behind her at the end of The Return of the King. He's holding one of the posts. He's the one that did it.
Yeah, I thought it was... I'll know when I see...
You said it was, I think you said it was Glorfindel, but...
Glorfindel, but I don't think it is Glorfindel. Let's just double check. Oh, it's Gildor. No, it's not Gildor. It's... Oh, this is what I've got to keep. Yeah, Glorfindel. I think it's Glorfindel.
We'll go for that for now.
I think it's that. I could be wrong.
I'll say a retraction next week, because we'll find out for next week. In the original book, Glorfindel is actually the one that comes and saves Aragorn and the party and says, okay, we need to get Frodo to Rivendell. And he puts him on his horse, Norlene, and sends Frodo on his merry way. So Frodo is actually the one on his own, minus the horse kind of thing, that is like racing against the ring race in order to get to Rivendell.
That's right, Arwen doesn't have any part in it. Arwen's not the one that actually raises the water or gets rid of or banishes the Nazgul. Glorfindel was the one in the book that does it.
Does Glorfindel ride with him in the book?
Ride
with Frodo, like when
Yes.
Arwen does?
Yes.
I thought it was just Frodo on his own.
No, I don't think Frodo can ride.
What? You imagine that steering? He's half there and he's trying to hold the horse to go that way.
Yes, horse will be like, no!
Did she actually call the waves, or did she call someone else to say help? This is something I've never really knew.
Weird. Right, this is how I understand it, and Whisper can correct me if I'm wrong.
Sure.
In the movie, Arwen calls up the waters, but she does it through her father's power. So she's channeling her father at that particular point. In the book, it's Elrond that does it. It's all Elrond's power.
Yeah, I agree with that. In the animated film, which came up after the book, but before The Lord of the Rings, the feature film, in the animation one, the explanation we got was it was Elrond's river. Elrond did it, but Gandalf added the horses.
Oh, right.
It was a joint effort. Yeah, it was a joint effort. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Gandalf just must have looked at the water and went, you know what, a big wave isn't enough. Let's make them look like horses.
Yeah, apparently he added the horses. Yeah, that's in the animation version. If you want to look for the animation version, then feel free to go look for the animation version.
Sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm. But again, there was a lot of changes between the book and the animation version, and the animation version and the feature film.
Yeah, they really do the women justice and the animated, the feature film. Like Peter Jackson was one for kind of looking at it and going, well, we need more of a female character here that's going to add more to the story than just being a love interest.
Yeah.
You know, because essentially that's all Arwen really is a love interest
Yeah,
for
pretty much.
Aragorn's character.
Yeah, pretty much. That's all it was. Apart from like Galadriel and Eowyn.
They're the only two female characters.
The other two main female characters that were in it, yeah.
They're the only two female characters that I can actually think of that really do anything in the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
More so Eowyn than Galadriel, because we'll get onto this, but hey, massive spoiler if you haven't seen The Return of the King. Eowyn does kill the Witch King, so that is her kind of like defining moment kind of thing.
Yeah, that was in the book as well. I was going to say it's in the animation stories, but it wasn't the animation stories because they never finished it.
It is. There's clips on YouTube of the animated story where she...
The animated film was never finished.
Well, there's a clip on YouTube of her killing the Witch King.
In animation?
Mm-hmm. And I remember this because I watched it and said, holy bejeebus, they've turned the Witch King into an even higher pitched version of Skeletor's voice.
Okay. I'm looking. I'm like...
That's alright.
That one, yeah?
Hold on, let me have a look.
This is the 1978 Lord of the Rings.
We're probably going to get a really... Yeah, I think it's that one. Like, I remember getting that, but there is a clip on YouTube somewhere.
Okay. Because that one finished. That one finished at the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Right. Well, there is somebody's obviously taken up the mantle.
Oh, okay.
Because there is a bit where she kills the Witch King, and it's on YouTube. After we're done here, I'll find it for you, and you can see it.
All right, find it for us, yeah. Because I like to have a look at that. Because that film never got finished.
There is a point where the Witch King's talking, and I swear to God, like, if any of you guys have ever seen the original He-Man animated, like, TV show, Skeletor's got this amazingly high-pitched voice, and the Witch King, when he spoke, for me in this adaptation, had no intimidation factor at all, and I was like, yeah, just kill him already. Also, Eowyn's hair just seemed to get longer as the scenes went on. It's like, has she turned into like this warrior version of Rapunzel? But still.
Yeah.
Back to the actual movie. Does anybody want to talk about Sean Bean's death scene?
No, how many hours did he take?
About 4.
No.
No, the first movie isn't that long. I think he died within the...
No, how many arrows? How many arrows did he take?
Arrows?
He took 3 arrows in the chest and 1 in the back, I think.
How many arrows did he take in the book?
Oh, God knows.
No idea.
Was he a pincushion?
Yeah.
Might have
or was
been.
it 1 straight to the head, dead?
He might have been, because let's face it, like, the aforementioned battle with the Witch King, she gets stabbed about 6 or 7 times before she delivers the killing blow.
Well, the Witch King takes a stab from Merry.
Yeah, but Eowyn gets stabbed 6 or 7 times before.
Oh yeah.
She delivers the killing blow to
him. Merry, yeah. So to start things off, Merry actually makes the first strike in the book. Yeah.
Some nice information.
Yeah.
So
you can tell I haven't read the book yet.
Ah.
So how many arrows did Boromir take?
I'm trying to find out because I know I think it varies between 15 and 17.
Wow, what in the book?
Yeah. J.R. Tolkien was pretty sure that Boromir was going.
Should have given the old...
I'll just make sure he's dead. Just stick him with another arrow.
Yeah. Should have given the bow to someone else.
I was quite a few. It seemed to be more so in the book than what there was in the actual film.
Um, I I got past that point in the Lego video game, which
Oh
mirrors the
God.
movies very, very like almost religiously. Um, and when I got to the point where I knew that Boromir was dying, I was
You were
just
like,
waiting
well,
for
whatever.
I was just waiting for them to like do a funny scene because Lego is very synonymous for doing funny scenes, as all of you know. Um, they did the thing where he shot him with the arrow, and then he shot him with another arrow. And at one point, he pulls out a banana and shoots him with that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the hell? But I was waiting for them to do something funny where they like pass the arrow, well, the bow off to somebody else to shoot him because he just won't die. But it didn't happen. So 16 to 17 arrows. Ouch.
I don't try and find out the exact figure, but I know it was more so in the book than what there was in the film.
Hmm. Maybe only Sean Bean could take only so many arrows before he died.
Maybe.
He must have went, I can only take like 3 more arrows, Peter. I have to make this death meaningful. I'm somebody who dies a lot. I know how to make a death meaningful.
I'm looking it up. There's everything from how many orcs does each character kill?
Yeah,
You
I
know
want to
when
know.
Gimli and Legolas are going down going 17, 18?
Yo, who won that competition?
I don't
That's
know who
what
won
I
it.
want to know.
Legolas.
Are you sure?
Hmm.
I'm also trying to find the arrow count for Boromir.
Yeah, I
Don't
think
get
there's a lot more in the book than what there is in the film.
So is there anything else that we want to see on the Lord of the Rings behalf? Or the
Mhm.
Fellowship behalf? Great musical score.
Has anybody seen Lord of the Rings the musical?
No.
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 Oh man,
I really want to though.
yeah.
Really?
Hmm.
Oh, can you imagine it? Like
We gotta
how
destroy the ring! Throw it in the fire!
it was in London. It ran, the shortened version was 3 hours long.
Oh god.
On Drury Lane, the Theatre Royal in Drury Lane from 2007. It ran for 2 months.
What? I have
Yes,
to ask you a question though, Whisper. Do you know the Muffin Man?
Another Muffin Man on Drury Lane.
Yeah.
Um,
I wonder how many times people get asked that they live in
Drury Lane, yeah,
Drury.
I'm
Do you
looking
know
for the
the
Muffin
Muffin
Man.
Man?
um,
I wonder if it is an actual
I don't
Muffin
think
Man
it did very
shop out
well.
there.
I don't think it did very well at all.
Not surprising. It's meant to be like an actiony battle thing, like
Lord
I
of
don't
the
know how you
Rings,
do that.
the musical. Yeah, I don't think it did that great, to be honest.
He has the ring of the power.
Can you? Oh God, yeah. Can you imagine? If anybody wants to look it up, then just go to YouTube and just look for Lord of the Rings the musical. There's lots of YouTube clips about with the scenes and all that sort of stuff.
I will admit, probably only true die-hard fans would go and see something like that.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to sit for 3 hours through a Lord of the Rings musical, would you? If you're a die-hard Lord of the Rings fan.
Well, if you were a die-hard fan, then maybe. You'd probably want it to be more than 3 hours. But I have this funny feeling that most actors would be like, no, can't sing for 3 hours about a bloody ring.
Especially if you're playing Frodo.
Yes. Especially if you're playing
You
Frodo.
are on every scene.
Yeah.
Your script is 6 times as thick as everybody else's.
Imagine that. You know, like, I have to admit, like, I love Elijah Wood. He's a great actor, but he must have thought, holy crap, when he got his script back for The Lord of the Rings. after auditioning for it, you must have thought, crap,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm on almost every scene.
I'm in every scene. Yeah, and all 3 movies. Yeah. But yeah, then he came back and also did The Hobbit as well. He did some appearances in The Hobbit.
He must have been
Yeah.
laughing at the guy that plays Bilbo in The Hobbit because he's like, ha ha, I don't need to do half as many scenes as you do. Or either that, he was
Yeah.
very sympathetic and
They
went,
kept changing the script. They kept changing the script up to 15 minutes before the actual shooting
and what?
in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that must have been a nightmare. They had all those different armor changes as well.
I remember I'd seen the behind the scenes, and they had yellow pieces of paper which they had to rush out from the rewriters, like caravan, and then run round to everybody else's, all the actors' caravans, and say, "This is the new script. This is the new script. You're on in 15 minutes."
Yeah. Oh, we think we'll take that again, but we want you to say this instead.
Yeah.
That would drive me insane. Like, it would literally and physically drive me insane, that kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
people just changing it right at the last second. It's
They
like,
didn't have an actual.
no!
They didn't have a script like from beginning to end for say. Just like you'll just receive pieces of script each day.
Do you know the funniest thing that I've learned from the behind the scenes stuff? Is actually during the shooting of The Two Towers, that Billy Boyd
Yeah.
and Dominic Monaghan, they both spent like quite a long period of time up a tree.
Yeah.
So when you're up a tree with someone from 9 to 5 or 9 to 9, they still have everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're stuck up a tree with somebody, you don't like read a book or play a game while you're on your not shooting takes. You sit up there, you get to know the person, and you write a script.
Yeah.
So there you go. Billy Boyd and Dominic Monaghan actually did write a script. I don't know whether that script had ever get turned into a movie or a TV show.
I don't know. I know during Lord of the Rings' actual filming, the cast actually filmed another film inside Lord of the Rings while they were filming Lord of the Rings.
What did they film?
I can't remember what it was. But the cast themselves made another film, a mini film, while they were still filming Lord of the Rings on the same set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they filmed another film.
About the arrow question for
Yes.
Boromir. Okay. It says he was pierced by many arrows and fell at last.
Yeah.
And the hobbits were taken prisoners. It doesn't give an exact count.
Doesn't
about
give an exact
how-
count. I think it's a lot more in the book than what it is in the actual film. I don't know how many
Some of
it is.
this-
Yeah.
some of the stuff I come across says 20 or more arrows, but
Yeah.
most people says many. He was
Yeah, I
shot
think it's
by
about
many
50.
arrows.
I don't think it's as high as 20. I mean, yeah, some people say yes, it was 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a
Yeah, but
significant number more in the book than what it was in the film.
Yeah, the film was 3, 2 in the gut and 1 in the leg or in the shoulder, and then 1 nearly in the head. And then he killed over.
Yeah.
Eventually.
I think it's a lot more in the book.
Yeah, the book, from what I can find, it's many arrows. That's
Yeah.
it.
I don't know exactly the number. I don't think anybody knows the number, but I don't think it's quite as high as 20. You know, some people have said, they've gone through it and said, no, it was 20 or 22 or something like that. I don't think it's as high as that. It might be about 14 or 15.
Yeah.
I just know it's a lot more. It's a lot more than what was in the film. So it's hopefully
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Well, he died very heroically. So,
In the end.
eventually. I think that eventually has to be added. It's like, yes, he died, eventually. So, yeah, that's been us covering Game of Thrones this week, and also our very first movie coverage. Has anybody else got anything else to say on the Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring? Before we
So,
go
You
into
have
that?
my bow. That's
have
it.
my bow.
That's my own. Yes, you have my bow.
Well, I ain't taking no ring to no stinking fire anytime soon because, quite frankly, I don't have a ring to do so. So, join us again next week, guys, when we will be discussing more things that are TV. There'll be more Game of Thrones. There might be a little bit of Arrow. There might be a little bit of Two Broke Girls. Who knows? If you want to know what we're going to be talking about and when we're going to be recording and how to actually get involved in the recording, head over to iGameOnline.net and check out the activity feed on either Friday or Thursday of this upcoming week.
Mm-hmm.
I've been Jai452. I've been joined by the wonderful Whisper, Lee, Dark Lee, and BBS. Until next time, keep watching some great TV, guys. Bye!
Bye.
Bye bye.
Special, I get a name twice.